of a farmer can change in the blink of an eye, and nobody knows that more than William Sayers.
And the tanker wasn't lifting the slurry as quickly as I would like it to do. So what happened was I thought I would do some investigation, and at the front of the vacuum tanker there's a vacuum pump like a car engine, and there's vacuum oil in it, and if you alter that it helps the vacuum into the tanker. And the next thing I realised was a tugging sensation, and when I looked up to Jonathan, I can remember it as clear as a whistle. The next thing I remember was lying on my mouth and nose on the ground, and I remember looking over to the right hand side and can see an arm lying. My brain's telling me there's two arms, but my body can realise there's only one. You know, so much things that we take for granted, and if you have your two arms and your two legs today, you don't take them for granted, because I'll tell you why. You never miss the water till the well runs dry, and I can't emphasise that enough.
He got me in the chest and threw me up in the air, and I landed back down on my backside. He stayed around, he moved back a bit after getting me, and he was starting to paw on the ground. So I said to myself, it's now or never. If I don't get out this time, if he has a second pop at me, I'll be gone.
It's almost 10 years, but the physical damage is one side, but the emotional and mental side of it has been huge. Psychological trauma, flashbacks, nightmares, not sleeping. Then I went to develop more spinal damage. It's just generally so debilitating. I know I'm lucky to be one that's alive, and very lucky, but it just happens in an instant, but your whole life, your family's life is changed. It's not just the 1 second, and lucky I was able to get up and get away, but the scars, emotional as well as physical, they do stay with you. The damage is still there.
ABP got involved in farm safety some 3 to 4 years ago. It's a developing process. We wanted to educate our farmers more and more on farm safety, and that's why we held this event today.
Fortunately, the numbers are still too high here in Northern Ireland. We continue to put the message out among the farming families in Northern Ireland to think before they do things. Don't be afraid to actually ask for a wee bit of help rather than try to do everything themselves, and do things safer.
We're not a safety organisation as such, we're a support group. At the time of the accident, you think this hasn't happened to any other family again or before. And like we said, no, you're not on your own. We're going through it, and we have families that have lost a child. Very hard to deal with those, but we're there to introduce the other families, and we help each other get through it. And just anyone that's having a bad day, a text or a phone call can make all the difference to them at that point.